and you look older, and I'm really 25 years old. But I was, how many people from Broadway Prison is here? Come on, anybody from Broadway Prison? Because I did time. I'm not going to tell you what I did for time, but I did time. And when I was in prison, we had this. Well, the first day I was in prison, I was eating at the mess hall, and somebody yells out, "5!" And everybody's laughing hysterically. And I don't know what's going on, and somebody yells out, 15! And oh, people are laughing, they're rolling on the floors. I say to my cellie, my new cellie, I said, what's with the numbers? He says, well, you know, we started years ago, we would tell jokes. And you know, we know jokes so well that now we just yell numbers. And it reminds us of a joke. So somebody yells 5. And we remember, that's the joke where the duck comes into the bar with the guy under himself. And I said, man, I would like to learn these jokes. So I also could take part in number 18 or number 4, and I would know there was a Superman who comes into the bar. I would know all this. And my cellie says, when we get back to the cell, I'll give you the manual. And so I had the manual. Actually, I was able to get, when I got released, I was able to bring Volume 1 and Volume 2 out of prison. Big Eddie said that I could tell the jokes, but I can't publish the jokes. So I learned the jokes. And after a year, I said to my cellie, Big Eddie, I think I'm ready. He says, you're ready to tell a joke after a year? You're crazy, man. 2 years, I'm studying those jokes, and I go to the mess hall, and somebody yells 32, and I laugh. I know 32 is about the Lone Ranger and Tonto. Okay, 2 years, I'm ready. My cellie says, 2 years? You know, we've been here 10, 15, 20 years, maybe 3 years, you'll be ready to tell a short joke. I don't like that bullshit. So we're at the lunch, we're at the mess hall, and I'm a little bit of a rebel. And somebody says, 3, and everybody laughs, they're having a great time. Somebody yells, 62! And people are laughing, I know what 62 is. And I hear a lull. And I go, 6! Nobody laughs. And my cellie says, what the fuck did I tell you? You're not ready. Well, I happen to have the manuals here. And if somebody yells out a number, I'll tell them the joke. So anybody have a number?
11.
19.
Okay, 11 and 19. Let me see what 11 is. Well, I'm a musician, as Vinny knows, and 11 is a very funny joke. It has to do with bar mitzvahs. When I was a musician, I played weddings and bar mitzvahs. I played thousands of weddings and bar mitzvahs. And, well, the leader, Jerry Snyder, told me this joke. He said that there was a caterer, and some rich guy says to the caterer, I want to outdo everyone. I want a bar mitzvah that is 10 times better than any bar mitzvah. And the caterer says, Sid, give me a day. I'll think about it. I'll come up with something. He calls Sid the following day. He says, Sid, I got something. Here's a bar mitzvah that will end all bar mitzvahs. We fly the bar mitzvah family to Kenya. We drive the whole party to Kenya, and we do a two-day safari to the Angel Falls. And we'll do the safari at the Angel Falls. It's the largest falls in the world. This will be great. So Sid says, do it. Do it, let's do it. Well, the kids are getting ready for bar mitzvah, and they take a plane. 30 people on this plane, the old bubbies, the 78-year-old grandmas, and they get to Kenya, and then the sahibs, the carriers are carrying the luggage, and the old bubbies, the old women, they're being carried along with sedan chairs. And about a day and a half into the safari, the Bwana, the head Bwana, stops. And Sid runs up to the front of the whole crowd. He says, "What's holding up the safari?" And the head Bwana says, "There are 2 bar mitzvahs ahead of us." That's number 11. 19. We're going to do 19. 19. Oh, God. So this guy goes into a bar. And the bartender is there. You know, a lot of bar jokes. I know your generation. I'm one of the elders. But in your generation, it ain't jokes. It's stories about my life, and stories about your life, and masturbating, and a lot of masturbating jokes. In fact, when I started, Dominic says to me, "You know, you could go for the venereal material if you want." So these two fucking penises go into a vagina. So 19, the bartender's there, and a guy who's drunk. The guy that's drunk, he comes up to the bartender, he says, "Give me a beer." And the bartender says, "You're drunk. I don't serve drunks here. We get people drunk, but we don't start with people drunk. Get out of here." And the drunk, he starts going, he sees a dartboard. And he says, "That's a dartboard." And the bartender says, "Yeah." He says, "Watch this." And the drunk, he takes out the darts. And he walks about 10 feet away from the dartboard, and he turns his back towards the dartboard. And he goes, 1, 2, 3, what? Bullseye, 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 bullseye. One goes into the other, into the other dart, and the other goes into the other dart. And he's very proud of himself. He says to the bartender, "What do I win?" And the bartender, he's looking around. His kid was hiking and found a box turtle, and then was going to go play baseball. He gives the box turtle to his dad. He says, "Keep it for me this afternoon. I'm going to play baseball." And the bartender has the box turtle in a box, and he figures, what the hell? Or as you say in your generation, what the fuck? Okay, so he gives the box to the drunk. And the drunk leaves. He's very satisfied. He has his prize. 2 weeks later, the drunk comes back into the bar and he orders a beer. "I'm going to have a beer." And the bartender says, "You again? You're drunk. Get the fuck out of here." And the guy staggers. He looks, he says, "It's not a dartboard." The bartender says, "Yeah." He says, "Watch this." Goes 10 feet. Turns his back to the dartboard, has the darts, whack, 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 bullseye, bullseye, bullseye. He says to the bartender, "Oh, what do I win?" And the bartender says, "So what did I give you last time?" He says, "A roast beef sandwich on a hard roll." It was great. Okay, give me a number. Give me a number.
6.
What?
6.
6. Oh, that's a good one.